chat over here. All right. Let's go. Let's change this to there. Beautiful. My goodness. All right. Let me check all that. All right. Boom, boom, boom. That's good. That's good. All right, let's go check everybody else out real quick. Don't forget your Black Friday special. Still wish NQ would grab that 25,000 if it's going to come back in. You know, Bulls control, we know that. I'm certainly going to lean towards Battle Plan Trade 2 to be the ideal entry to be long. But if it gives us Battle Plan Trade 3, you know, by reaching up a little higher and NQ grabbing that 25,000, I'll trade that as well. We go lower than Battle Plan 2, I start getting hesitant. If the bulls are real, we shouldn't have to go under Battle Plan 2, in my opinion. So we'll see how that works out. One of the things I said in the AM briefing, which really stinks, there's no sense of republishing it. No one's going to watch it later. That whenever you're watching price action and like it's just crap action or it's just not going anywhere, like the Asia session here, there's no sense in being on a 3-minute chart, in my opinion. I typically will flip it to a 10-minute chart because I know there's nothing little that I'm interested in trading here. Nothing here aligns with my battle plan, which is where I'm going to lean towards to trade. My battle plan trade I know comes down into here and up to here. So until we get to either of those locations, I don't need to look at the micro gyrations here. So that's what I do is I'll zoom out to that. Next month, I do like 21 AM briefings. And next month, what we're going to do is the daily tip is actually going to walk through building your own trade plan. If you haven't actually drafted your trade plan. All right, can you hear me now? I think I was on mute. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna start over. So whenever you are looking at a chart here and you're looking at this price action, you're going, this is just crap action. We're not going anywhere. We're not really getting any level development. I tend to swing out to a 10-minute chart. There's no sense in looking at all those little micro gyrations. I know battle plan here and here. And until I get to those two areas, I know I'm really not interested in trading that. Bulls certainly control
30-minute overnight levels,
hold on,
especially front sides.
Let me double check Forex Factory. We do have something at 9. Let's go ahead and set this timer. There we go. So I would like to see us not go lower than Battle Plan Trade 2 here. If we get down further, let's say to Battle Plan 4 down here, I'm going to be much more trepidatious. I'm going to require more snappy ladder back price action. Otherwise, I'm really interested in Battle Plan 2. Why? Bulls control. We know that. Let's turn on a couple things here. We're going to mark out the single prints here. Now, the important, if you looked at the battle plan last night, which I assume you did, I'm going to always assume that you did. It's up to you whether or not you do it. The single prints and the halfback are the same. So when I'm crafting battle plan trade 2, that's what I'm envisioning there, getting back above this strong level. So if this thing pushes down into here, taps into those single prints, halfback against the strong level, gets back above this level, I will certainly be interested in long and might be getting long earlier depending on the price action, right? So nice, strong, snappy ladder back is really important. We get back down here to battle plan trade 4. Like I said, I'm going to be a little more trepidatious. I want to see us reclaim the Sunday opening, maybe even require getting over the strong range. Because below there, you know, the trades are further down. We'll approach that when they happen. But battle plan 2 is kind of what I'm looking at here. Just to go back and talk about this real quick. Man, I cannot believe the AM briefing. I messed that up. Out of 600 episodes, that's the first one I think I really messed up. Yeah, you can delete my screenshots. Is we had Sunday battle plan 1. So we were looking, actually, let me do this Tuesday AM briefing. Let's go back to here for a second. So let's just back up for a second. So I should have been long from Friday. That long that I had, and I'm usually good at holding those, was up 200 points yesterday. So that kind of stunk. But battle plan 1, it certainly bounced off the apex area we were looking for. We're looking for it to come to the bottom of this range and get back to the top. Basically did that. I did not take this short here. I was going to be a little more picky and wait for the second ladder of this deal, and it offered a short here and a here. If we took those, certainly we were laddering down at this point, aligning really nice with battle plan 1. Notice though, battle plan 1, I didn't have it going 100 points or anything. Just kind of a scalp, and that's I traded that 3 times. Twice I made half the distance. Once was break even. We saw the switch. We called this long here. I did not take it for some reason. And it goes up and makes you 50 pointer. So that was beautiful yesterday. I don't need to be in every move, although I want to be. So that was kind of the recap of the AM briefing there, about yesterday's trading. Is we got a couple strategic shorts. That was the long. I chose not to take it for whatever reason. And boy, that was a beautiful move with the TP at the bull bear line, which we talked about. And there's the bull bear line. So as we're going into today, looking for battle plan 2 as my primary thing of interest. But I also have to, and if we do get this battle plan 2, and then we run up there and NQ grabs that 25,000 level and we get a reaction back down, I mean, I'm going to be, it's not the entry that I think is going to go 100 points is what I'm going at. Friday, I felt we were going to, that was the entry to stay in really good. But what do I know? We could go make all-time highs. This is a shortened holiday week, and it's typically bullish. To try to short this is really the more difficult trade to take. But price bounces both ways. All right, 20 seconds to the opening. Are we all on the same train? Well, we're in the upper distribution. Everybody's in the upper distribution. It's certainly not bearish. I would love for us to open and come to here. May not happen. Of course, duh. I wish we knew exactly what would happen. If we knew we were coming here, we'd just go full porch that short, right? Be done. All right. And they're off. They're off. They're off. So we'll see if we can get a push down into here. Now, if we just grab this low and dip our toe down into here, I'm going to still be looking for battle plan 2. It dipping down into here is more desirable to me. But even if it just takes the London low, I mean, when I crafted this battle plan 2, do I know where the London low is? No. So we have new information, 15 hours later. So if it just grabs this London low and pops back above, we will trade that. We are up 200 points from basically Friday's low. Should we expect a day of slop and chop? 100%. A day of slop and chop would be not unusual, correct? Another trend day. We had a double distribution day yesterday, a double distribution day on Friday. What's a double distribution day? It's where you have a full day and you have a set of single prints. Okay. This is one distribution. That's a second distribution. We had that 2 days in a row. We had a set of single prints on both Friday and on Monday. There's your double distribution day. What is that telling you? Bulls control, baby. We are still under the bull bear line, but man, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. When we break it, I wouldn't be looking to short unless we slammed back inside as the battle plan detailed, in the description last night. So welcome, welcome. Probably got less people this week. People taking the week off. As I said on Sunday, if you felt like you needed a break, this is a great week to do it. Yeah. So shooting straight up instead of straight down. Bulls control. Doesn't give me a trade here, though. All right, let's turn on our essentials just to bring it on. You know, in the AM, I'm watching this price action and I'm going, I'm just not really in love with what I'm seeing here. Then you get that 20-point candle before the news, and you're like, and it grabbed the RTH high. You're like, yeah, that's interesting. At least the first candle wasn't a 15-point candle today. NQ is under its VWAP. We're all in the upper distribution to above previous day high. Certainly bullish. NVIDIA, I know, got some bad news last night. I was expecting us to go down more, but it didn't happen. I think that's weird. How can NVIDIA be down 5% and we're up, basically, or even? I don't know, man. I know that means many other things are countering it. But, you know, yesterday Tesla and NVIDIA were strong. Today they're not. So I'll trade whatever battle plan it gives me. In fact, let me go ahead and load my DOM. I meant to load that. When I'm triple streaming here, I try to go ahead and, usually it's going to be closed until I get a setup. Bounced off the bull bear zone again. Waiting till we take out the high and then we'll see what happens. Can NQ get to that 25,000 mark? It doesn't look like that's going to happen yet. Maybe NQ will push down to the halfback. We're certainly not on the same train. Dow going straight up, NQ pushing down. We're probably going to go nowhere. So better trading conditions hopefully develop. See if we can grab this high. And what happens? Oh, please stop doing that, Trading View. First 6 minutes is over. See if we can grab this overnight high. Battle plan 1 is up here, but not that we have to. Not 1. It's not number 1. It's, what number is that? Is it 3? Yeah, 3. All right. Simplify the chart. $23 to news. Bulls are still exerting their dominance, but we are not all on the same train. NQ is having none of this move, which typically blocks us. Dow straight up, NQ down, ES goes nowhere, typically. All-time high for Dow is way up there. My goodness. I got nothing here. We are still under the bull bear line. I think that was well chosen as far as where I believe the bull bear line was for the week. Hard to go long up here, right here against it. I would have much preferred a better setup to entertain a long. Wasn't presented, so I have nothing. Flat. At least grab the overnight high if you're going to come back in. But Dow's not showing signs of coming back in yet. If it got up here to 47,000 on that, that might be an interesting location. So if for some reason we slam back through and you are interested in going short, you can go short off that strong with your out just above the opening. If it's going to do that, I'd prefer the battle plan to work out and push to a new high here. NQ took its overnight low, so now NQ might turn around. If NQ turns around, where we're all going to be on the same train, don't freaking short this. Let's go check NQ on a lower time frame here. So NQ took the overnight low. Let's watch what it does here. Because if this thing starts fair value gapping to the north, that tells us something else. Come back into here. If it makes a new low here, we'll watch again.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Doesn't look like NQ wants to grab that liquidity and skyrocket back up. Not yet, anyway. 19 minutes to news. I've got nothing here. This yellow railroad track here is right at the opening. That is the overnight halfback. It's the definition of the middle. And it's the definition of the middle for the last 21 hours. I'm just not that interested in trading there. All right, Dow. NQ is going to push towards its halfback. It'd be nice if ES and NQ could hit the halfback at the same. I don't have to be short if we're coming here. I don't care about that at all. But I said if this thing rips this and you wanted to take a short there to target it with your out above the opening, that makes sense if you were interested in a short. If not, let's wait. You do you. Price bounces both directions. Remember, bulls do control, in my opinion, although we're under the bull bear line, but it's impossible to look at the last 2 days of price action and come to a different conclusion. It's a tug of war here at the bull bear line. Who's going to win? back into here. What's going to happen when NQ hits the halfback? Because it's getting there first. So grabbing the overnight low didn't do a whole lot for NQ. Okay. Coming into its halfback. NQ is almost there. Big old wick there on the Dow. If you were able to get short, be protective. And NQ has now made it to the halfback. We'll see if there's a reaction. Typically, there's some kind of reaction. So if you got short, I would be capturing at least half of this move. If you didn't get short, like me, I didn't take that. I'm going to wait to see what happens down here. Microsoft red, Nvidia red, Tesla red. NQ is now, see how NQ went big here? And you got a 15-point candle down. Sometimes you get a nice move your direction if you took that short. If you did, make sure you capture half the move or take your 10-pointer when presented. Let's see what happens down here. $15-pointer. For me, there was no real way to be short there unless you just jumped on it and said, hey, I'm going to take a 3-point stop loss. Good thing about that trade, it was a small stop. But I don't think you really had an opportunity unless you jumped on the train. All right, at least take the low. Let's see what happens here and happens here. What's NQ doing? Is it pushing further down? If so, it's got a ways to go that it could push easily. What a wick on Dow. My goodness. You have a 15-point candle. By our traditional rules, that means no trading. Wait till it bounces off 2 new levels. Or you need to have an entry that you feel like you could take with a 3-point stop loss. Otherwise, no trading. If you took that short, I would encourage you to TP here because that just seems like the most probable location that we go to. Will we continue? I have no clue, but that's why you keep a runner if you were able to do that. Certainly a nice bounce off the bull bear zone. I mean, how many times can you take that trade? Eventually, it's going to hurt you if you keep shorting that. But did it again. Did not take the London high. Neither did NQ. NQ is pushing really strong. Stand back. You don't need to trade this. You don't need to knife catch this. You don't need an entry here at all. Let's see if price gets down into here because Battle Plan Trade 2 has us coming into this area. And then let's see what happens. $13 minutes to news. If you took that short, make sure you're still following price. Going to capture half the move, or your ideal TP is here, in my humble opinion. If you did 3 contracts, keep a single contract back just in case this is 100, 200-point vomit. What do I know? I don't know. I only know where I'm interested in engaging in price. If it gives me the setup, I'll take it. If it doesn't, I won't. Are we going to get a second 15-point candle? We have 1 minute to find out. Where's 15? All right, 15's if it makes it all the way. Okay. At minimum, if you're short, I would have my stop right here. So you're capturing more than 50% of it if it comes back, but also it could bounce off the strong level. When price is vomiting, level schmevel, right? ES sells differently than it goes up. We're nowhere near where risk of short covering is high. Bulls still control. This would be a great pullback area for price to get down and reclaim. All right, there would be your TP if you were able to get short up there. Congratulations, nice trade. You are in knife catch territory right now with 12 minutes to go. If you took that strong level right there as a apex trade, be protective, just have a small stop. We are in vomit mode here. So everything is a knife catch. If you're going long, it is a knife catch. No need to trade this. You can stay out of the way. Let price do what it's going to do. So it took back the single prints and the half back there. I'm going to lower the opacity of that a little bit. We are in vomit mode. Stay out of the way. Look at what damage Dow just did. If you read the battle plan last night, you know the distance I had between battle plan trade 2 and 4 was great. Because I believe that if they were going to not do battle plan 2, it was going to come all the way down here. So that's why that was done that way. So it came into the area we're interested in trading. Did we get a ladder back above this level? No. If you took this short, you TP'd there, in my opinion. And if you did it with multiple contracts, you're still holding a single runner back. What a frickin' trade that would have been. 10 minutes to news. I'm going to go check my battle plan as we're speaking here. I'm going to go check my notes. No limit order longs here. Let this thing go. Just let it go. Who cares? The more it vomits, the better it's going to be for us. Let it vomit. The only reason you'd be excited is because you got short there at the opening. Another 15-point candle. So for battle plan 4, which is further down, I said there's a large gap between trades 2 and 4. Let me bring up 4. So 4 is much more way down here. Another 15-point candle. Stay out of the way. This is on purpose. This entry is a trap the trader long off RTH low. Price does not need to take the low. If we ladder back above this strong range, which is what we just bounced off of, one can consider a small long using it as support. Now listen, if that's me talking. Now listen, if we make it all the way down to today's RTH low, I want a sharp, snappy, fair value gapping, ladder back action. Otherwise, I will wait. Remember, this is a short, low volume week. What a beautiful bounce there. I don't need to be in it. This is no trade zone. 15-point candles should alert you there's blood on the chart. Now, if you wanted to take a long off the retest of this strong level, you just need to know where your out is and where you would want that to happen. Let's go take a look here. These strong levels do pretty well, but when they're vomiting, it's very difficult to know which one's going to be the one that stops it. It's better to stay out of the way. If you're going to take something, do it small with a small stop. That's a good day there, Mr. Pappy. Nice job. As we said, that if we got below there, you could use this as support. Boy, was that support. Boy, was that support or what? My goodness. You'll have another 20-point candle there to the north. Very dangerous price action. You don't have to trade this. You're missing nothing. It's so intoxicating to look at that and go, man, if I'd have just taken the long off that strong level right there. Yeah, that'd been great. But, it's not giving us a clean entry here, in my opinion. So as I said, this thing pushes back down into here. Certainly could be a long, or you want to wait for the next bounce for that to happen. Boy, look at the 4-pack. We are just all over the place. Well, crap. I was hoping we got a little pullback there. Woo! What a move. So if you got that short and you TP'd there, you're done for the day. If you're like Pappy and you took that trade off the strong range, you're probably done for the day. I wouldn't be shorting this now. That trade is over, in my opinion. Beautiful pullback here to take out the bull bear line.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
55-point pullback. My goodness. Jeez. Some moves aren't your moves. I guess it's not going to let me get in, so whatever. My goodness, look at Dow. That is just wow. Well, I had a long for here, I had a long for here, and oh well, I'm probably just not going to trade. I was willing to take the first ladder long, but now I'm just going to hold back. I'm just going to wait. 4 minutes to news. It's a no trade zone by time. So good time to refresh your beverage.
Stretch. Workout. Get up.
Change beverages. I'm about to switch to a cold beverage. All right, guys, I'm going to step away and go grab something to drink. I'm not going to trade this here at the no trade at this time. You're welcome, Darren. Darren said, thank you for curbing my trading this morning. Yeah, this is a time to stand down now. I certainly had a long setting here, and then I had a long setting here, but we're too close to news, so I'm going to go grab a beverage and be back. right, we're back. I wanted that entry. Wrong time of day. Man. Pappy, you still long off of that? Did you deleverage to MES? Or are you still long ES? This morning's A&W root beer. I got nothing here. Dang it. That stinks. You know, what do you do here? This is knife catch. I personally have a difficult time knife catching when you got 15-point candles. So not my move. Not my move. That's all I can say. You know, I think that was the tip of the day a couple days ago, or, you know, sometimes this thing is moving and it's not your move on your conditions. So whatever. I mean, I wish we would have called a nice trade there. That'd be fun, but I'm out. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. 45 seconds to news here. No trade zone by time. I'm going to stand back. Most likely I wouldn't be looking to short this, guys. Dang. I love V shapes when I can be in them. Don't short this. Just to make sure I say that again. Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful move. So you have three 15-point candles. Traditionally, I say in core strategy, you get three 15-point candles. It's not worth trading. It's too dangerous. Of course, we can continue to watch for the love of price action. And, but certainly dangerous conditions. Pending home sales, rich manufacturing index, they're out. Pending home sales was way higher than expected. I need something that I can lean against now. I mean, I don't have any structure I can trade. I'm just going to hang out. It might be a no trade morning, you know, and it's real interesting because when I was watching this, I told myself, I said, this is probably going to be a no trade day for me. You know, which sucks when you're going to live stream on YouTube and whatnot. You like to have a nice trade. You can get everybody in, but also I think there's a lot of benefit to even saying, hey, don't trade this. Don't trade this. Unless you can find you a nice 3-point stop loss trade, which is typically against a strong level. And once this thing starts vomiting, you just kind of have to stand back. Too close to the news for me to even think about a long here. I've got nothing. I'm going to wait. Maybe if this thing pushes back down into here and does a bounce, I'll look at the second ladder. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to hang out. My gut says we don't make it that far down, but what do I know? I would like to see us at least bounce off the overnight low in this strong level and get back above here. I would probably take that long. The only way you make money is it really's got to break the bull bear line. But if it gave me that scenario, I might take that. Although we're about to have another 15-point candle probably. So, and there's the 15-point candle. Blood on the chart. Okay, you're coming into the overnight low against the strong level. Will it bounce here off the 6,700? We'll see. I'd like to see it bounce, and I would be in the next trade. If it doesn't bounce, well, no harm. I'm not taking this trade. I'm just not taking this trade. All right. Now it's entering where a little more that I would be interested. Let's see if this thing, what it does down in here. This would be of interest to me. Very dangerous price action. If you trade, know that you could get hurt. Man, what dangerous price action. Let's turn this off for a second just so I can see these. Let's see if this thing wants to bounce off here. Monster candles, dangerous price action. You don't have to trade this. Let's see if it wants to bounce here and get back up over this strong. Had a little bit of a reaction there. This is where we're interested in price going and proving it could bounce. Now I want the bulls to prove they're going to bounce. Defend price now. Get back up over. Get back up over. So this is where we wanted them to defend price. And if it vomits through there, guys, if my only job today was to keep you from trading, I did my job. I earned my $5 today. So we wanted to bounce here, get back above here. Okay. I like it. Let's go and go to a 1 minute chart. I like it a lot. If you took that, congratulations. Beautiful trade. Big candles. It's all dangerous. Right? It is all dangerous. Well, it missed my entry by one freaking tick. Yeah, I get it. Dangerous, dangerous price action. Dangerous price action. And now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 15-point candles. It's a no trade chart, guys. If you take a trade, have you a paper cut stop loss in and just take it and walk and go, you know what? I gave it a chance. So there's the bounce that we were looking for. We were looking for price to come into here, get back above, and there's your long if you took it. I'm standing down. I got to be honest. I'm standing down. Beautiful. Boy, that could have paid. Instant 10-pointer if you took it. I wanted to get me in on the first touch. Rarely will I re-enter it for a second touch. Unless I just love the trade location. I'm like, no, this is where I want to be long. I mean, we mapped it out, but it's fine. These are big candles, man. These are big old candles. Go back to a 1 minute chart here. Well, dang it. I only say dang it because I love when we get good movement, but this is a little too violent for me. Just because it's moving doesn't mean it's my trade. 15 points with 1 point of heat. So, when we're talking about, against a strong level with like a 3 point stop loss, that was the entry. If you took it, 3 point stop loss, it only went a point against you. And now you're up 20 points almost. So that would be, if you got into this trade, you should probably be done. If you got into that short and TP'd here, you should probably be done. I don't think I could have been in that, so no big deal. I'm not shorting that, so no big deal. This was where the two reactions we wanted. And there we go. Hesitating at the strong. Let's see if that thing can reclaim it. And we're certainly not all on the same train. So very complex price action here. But bulls control, in my humble opinion, still. Looking for the longs was the right trade. And, we got one, but I didn't take it. If you took it, congratulations. Try to keep a single runner back if you did multiple contracts, just in case. This was a beautiful pullback to finally break that bull bear line. So, and then I would be looking to TP up here. What a fun morning, though, right? We still got 50 minutes. A lot can happen. A lot can happen.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Well, you can just feel the battle here at where I think the bull bear line is. I mean, what a battle. Nice. Nice, Roger. Very nice. Congrats. Opening's a big level. Which way does this thing want to go? My goodness. Violent, violent, violent on the chart. Blood on the chart. You don't have to trade this. If we break that opening, though, we probably come to here. And then you got the Thursday's RTH high up there. Monster battle on the chart. Blood on the chart. All right, I would think if we pop this opening, like I said, I think we go here. But big candles, dangerous price action. It is the bull bear type of day. Now you'd like to see one of these 20-point candles go this way. Yeah, push that thing way up into here. That would be ideal. Look at all those red candles. My goodness. You know, 11 ATR on a 3-minute chart. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Oh, come on. Get up there. My goodness. Blood on the streets, not much to do. Yes, Darren. You know, and even later than that, if you're getting into a battle plan zone. We got the IB high up here. We got the overnight high. This is not the IB high yet, but it's close. All right, maybe this will be the big top. Turkeys have taken over.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Another rejection. Push through it. Just get it done. You're killing me, Smalls. Well, certainly this seems to be the more probable trade at this point. But NVIDIA down almost 7%. Tesla down 2%. Microsoft down. It's going to be hard for NQ to get up. Hard for us to get up. Well, like we said, blood on the streets. You don't need to trade this. So we're all over the place with large candles stuck between these two strong levels. I still think it's the most probable trade, but I won't be in it. In fact, I've closed my DOM. I'm done. I'm not going to trade this. So done. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Monster ATR, 15-point candles telling you not to trade. Can't develop a level. So I got nothing. And I'm going to do nothing. Certainly the type of day, if you have a small daily loss limit, you can't trade this. You need a lot of room, and then you got to dial down your leverage.
Should I be trading? Am I biased? Am I following price or fighting price?
Should I be trading? How important is that question? Answer is no. DOM is closed. Oh well. There are easier days to trade. Absolutely nothing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 15-point candles. Oh well. Wow. Well, I wish something better would have happened, but it didn't.
Stretch. Workout. Get up.
I don't have that statistic off the top of my head. You could also edit those, Darren, and you could put the ETFs like technology ETF, healthcare ETF. You know, if you wanted to edit those are editable. I just know when they're all green, we tend to be going up. When they're all red, we tend to be going down. When they're mixed, we don't go anywhere. Well, they're the big technology stocks, right? So these stocks here control roughly 23% of the S&P 500. Market cap by weight. So they're the heavy hitters, right? Just a little look under the hood. But like I said, if you wanted, you could change Tesla to the ETF for technology and then ETF for healthcare, and you could divide it out that way. All right, back to the opening. IB highs and lows here in 10 seconds or so. If you want to go ahead and mark your IB highs and lows.
IB high, IB low.
Man. Oh, well. Nothing I can go back and point out of this is exactly where we should have went long. You could have taken this first bounce, but I wanted it to prove they were going to bounce here. And then you got a second entry here, but you didn't make a whole lot unless you were following at 50%, which is always smart on big candle days. And on big candle days, when you're presented with that 10 pointer or something, don't be shy to take it or just follow at 50%. So, like I said, my DOM is closed. I'm not trading this. Too bad. Thank you, James. Absolutely nothing here, guys. I don't know if it's even worth hanging on. Let's see if this thing wants to come down into the opening here. Certainly, to me, a high probability long here is mapped out. But, you know, you're in big candle land. Who knows? So, somewhere in there is your long, in my opinion. If you get long and it goes your direction, try to target here. I'm not trading, so. Yeah. No danger from me. So, if you got your entry, be protective now. Don't let it go against you. If it pushes up and makes it to the single prints, you have an amazing trade. 40 points. And if it comes back and gets you, just be done. Just be done. Nice job. If it can break the bull bear line, you're going to be in a phenomenal trade. But let's just say it comes up here and, you know, wicks this and comes back in. Just capture your 10 points, you know, and be done. Nice job. Come on, get up there. Pay the trade as. Very nice. That's true. Very nice. Come on, pop it up there. Make the arrow and the magnet come true. Price action has slowed down to a crawl, it feels like. Almost gave you your 10 pointer. And if we can break the bull bear, you're going to have a 40, 50, 60, you know, plus point on your hands. We'll see. It certainly can't hurt you now. Nobody knows how far price will go. We're back to the bull bear line where we keep getting rejected. You know, we had a 50 something point pullback here. If we can't break it here, we're probably going to do even a bigger pullback. Yeah, we're at a crawl now. So there's no other map. There's no other trade I would map out. So if you're in it, just manage it the best you can.
No level, no trade, period. Make price come to you. No prediction trading. What are the break levels telling you?
Maybe it'll get up there. Come on. Pop it up there. So, we talked about don't trade this. And then can price come into here and get back on top? That would have given you an entry. I don't think you would have survived another tap. And then we outlined this trade with the hopes that it gets there. So we saw it pretty well. Just big candles, very difficult to trade, very dangerous to trade. I chose to close my DOM. So doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. This was definitely an entry with a stop underneath the strong level. So got a small entry possibility there if you took it. Let's take all of this. I'm going to move it here. Dow is doing the heavy lifting today. Let's go take a peek at everybody. Man, Dow just crushed traders today. My goodness. So if you got long, you're in a great trade. You got at least a 10-pointer there. Maybe it'll pop it. You'll get up to a 40-pointer, if not more. My goodness. Well, if you snagged your 10-pointer, congrats. If you're hanging out with a lotto runner, hopefully it'll pop it. I think the odds are in your favor. Come on, blow the top. Blow the top. There we go. Don't need this level. I don't think I'm going to need the overnight high level. There we go. I'm going to push it. Nice trade, nice trade, nice trade. Of course, once again, today it's the trade. I said, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to close my DOM. It's not my week. Oh, well, at least we called out the price action accurately. That's my number one job. Come on, big white candles. Get up there.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Very nice, guys. Very nice. Very nice. So if you kept a lotto runner back, this is an area that you should target. If you still have multiple contracts, this is where you peel them off. I would at least lock in your 10-pointer now behind the strong range and remove your hands off the mouse. Let it go. Congratulations. Nice trade. Paid for the day. And probably much more. Beautiful. Locked in some at 15 points. Very nice, Jackie. Green Day insured. Keep that single runner back. Depends on your account, of course, what the goals of that account is. But you are now above, at this moment, you're above the bull bear line in a long after a 50-something point pullback. So, not a bad place to be. And if it slams back in right now, oh well. Profitable trade. We don't know how far price is going to go. All we can do is try to be on the right side of price action. It very well could, Joe. Except NQ did not grab the 25,000. Certainly one of the things I'd be looking for there. But and remember now we've also done a 50-point pullback and we are laddering back with a vengeance. But at the end of the day, you can take any trade you want. Just, manage it accordingly. But definitely lining up with battle plan 3, if that was something you're interested in. Let's bring up battle plan 3. But now it's really counter to this move, right?
Stop trading in 10 minutes. Only trade your best trading hours. Take a break. Walk away. Be done. Be content. Adjust afternoon risk settings.
But if you decided to take it, and you really want to be short, there's your entry. If it's got to push down a little bit more, then your stop is just somewhere in the strong range. In my opinion, the high is too far away. I believe the trade is to already be long and just holding a runner. But yeah, it could. We took all those highs. So now if that thing comes back in and you want to take your short with a small stop, go for it. Can't hurt you. If you're still long from here with a single lotto, I would give it every chance you could. We did push through the bull bear line. That's what we were hoping for it to continue. Will it continue? We have no clue, but that's why you keep a single runner back, because we don't have a clue. You're already in a winning trade. You removed some profitable contracts, like Jackie yelled out, said he took the 15 pointers there. He can't get hurt by holding it back. All right, let's see what happens here. Just bringing in the battle plan trade 3. It basically went to the apex. Now we're having a move back in. I estimated it somewhere about here. And now if it comes back up and you want to take that short, you could just have a small stop on it, in my humble opinion. I'm glad I'm not trading this, to be honest. Yeah, it is. And I'm kind of hoping, in all honesty, when I mapped this battle plan 3, I didn't give a time for it, but I'm kind of looking at that being over here. We were so close to NQ grabbing the 25,000 that I was kind of hoping on the opening they would do a quick pop and slam back in, and NQ grab the 25,000, but that's not what happened. Now, if you took that short, don't let it hurt you. Right there's your short, right? And now you go to break even and you move your hand off the mouse there for battle plan 3. So can't complain with that. And if it gets you out at break even, well, hey, that's not bad. But bulls certainly control, like we said, double distribution day on Friday, double distribution day yesterday, a big 50-point pullback and a strong ladder back with a strong defense here. But it bounces both ways. And as we said, if you wanted to take that short there, let it come down to here. It's about where it came down to. Then when it comes back up, you can take that short with a small stop. And now your stop is at break even. So we're having traders holding a lotto long here, and you are now short here. It's fine. Can make money both ways. I wouldn't expect a follow through to the south, but you never know. So, but yeah, difficult to trade that when, let's pull up the bull bear scorecard. When the score is 15-0, but it does bounce both ways. And so thanks for bringing that up so we could look at it together on a slow time frame, on a low time frame, where to take the trade, where to have the stop. I recommend a 3-point stop loss on that type of trade. And boy, you're getting a little follow through. So we'll see what happens. If it gets under the opening, That would be my like, whoa, really? We're going to get back under the opening. So you're certainly green if you took that. And you're green if you took that. That's fun. Oh, I'm about to pop off, my friend, too. I'm going to get the wife out of the house and all that good stuff. So I'm about to be done myself. Um, really good price action calling today. I think we saw it very well. We only mapped out, well, we mapped out two. We said if price comes down into here and gets back above, I would be interested in a long. Now that was you got to be quick, but these are big, quick candles, right? And then we mapped out
Stretch.
this
Work
trade
out. Get up.
on Zoom. And then your battle plan 3 trade there if you took it. Man, very nice. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thanks for trading with me today. Dangerous price action. Hopefully I saved your account if you wanted to trade and you resisted. And if not, you got into at least, you had an opportunity for at least one mapped out trade during Zoom and a battle plan trade in all honesty. So that'll be it for me, guys. I will see you